to the right. Boom! Booyakasha! Kamusta naman kayo dyan? Everyone from joining us, Republica, Pilipinas, realignments. Okay, speaking of realignments, Secretary Liam, since last year pa natin pinag-usapan itong realignments, high-level realignments, geopolitical, macro-political. Pero isang realignment na medyo hindi ko na-anticipate ng konti ay itong situation kung saan biglang may attorney Glenn Chong ay biglang nandun sa press con ng mga nagka-question na galing sa oposisyon dun sa resulta ng 2022 and then biglang ini-invoke yung mga testimonies ni Maharlika aka wag na natin sasabihin yung pangalan niya, baka sabihin niya may privacy violation para alam niyo na yan. Biglang siya yung kinukot kasi ngayon biglang sinasabi niya si Len yung nanalo pala nung 2022. Well, I mean, these are some of the people, to put it mildly, who were questioning Lenny's mandate for 6 years. And then now suddenly, some people who are fighting for integrity of elections are relying on people who are not necessarily paragons of, let's just put it mildly. No? What's going on here, Ronald? Nagiging more interesting to. Marami na mag-akin yan.
Let's go. Kasi problema tayo, Christian eh. Hindi masyadong matibay yung iyong yung Christian Foundation. Kami kasi nag-aral sa Catholic schools ang buong buhay namin, no? Ay malalim yung aming foundation, no? Naniniwala kami sa redemption eh, no? Naniniwala kami sa road to Kairos. Alam mo ba yung road to Kairos? Ha? Si Saint Paul of Tarsus. No, hindi pa siya Saint Paul noon eh, no?
Lightning siya doon sa
Saul of Tarsus.
Yes,
Saul of Tarsus, tinutugis niya yung mga Hudyo, di ba? Dahil nagko-convert into Christianity, tinutugis niya, no? Until, no? Habang tinutugis niya, nahulog siya sa kabayo at nakakita siya ng liwanag, nabulag siya. At doon nagsimula yung kanyang redemption. Naging na siya, Saint Paul na, from being Saul of Tarsus, a Roman citizen, no? Naging na siya ngayon. Naging isa sa mga apostles, no? Apostles, prophet, no? Eventually, no? Eventually ay siya ay kinrucify ng pabaliktad, no? Usually hindi yan ginagawa sa mga Roman citizen eh. Ano siya, Roman citizen na medyo kilala, pero dahil sa kanyang heresy sa mga Romano ay kinuwan siya. So, naniniwala kami sa possibility of redemption. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na naniniwala ako, nakaranas ng road to Kairos si Glenn Chong. Ibang usapin yun, no? Ibang usapin yun, no? Yun kaya ako nag-agree sa iyong suspicion na hindi naman siya dumaan sa road of Kairos. Dahil para magkaroon ka ng redemption, kailangan may acceptance eh. No? Kailangan mo nang aminin mo na nagkamali ka for supporting Digong, no? All throughout, for being a DDS. Ngayon, pag ginamin mo yan, baka tanggapin ko pa. Kaya I'm not sure kung nakakadagdag si Glenn Chong dito sa TN Trio, no? Dahil hindi ako masyadong tiwala sa kanya. Sorry, no? Sorry okay sa akin si General Millo, no? Yeah. Okay sa akin yung mga kasama niya, no? Pero pag pumasok na si DDS Glenn Chong, pag pumasok na si Maharlika, medyo nagbabago na yung configuration eh. Dahil may mga tao sa likod nito, di ba? Tsaka itong mga to, unrepentant pa niyan DDS di ba? No? So, yun naman yung kwan. Baka makabawas. Okay na sa akin sila kwan. Sila yung TN Trio, okay na yun, no? Wag na sila magdagdag ng mga makakabawas sa kanila.
Yeah, no?
Lalo na itong sinasabi na nandun daw sila nung narinig nila yung ganito, no? Kailangan mo dyan may corroboration kundi it won't stand up in court eh. Dapat dyan may corroboration o kaya may tape ka, no? May tape ka katulad ng usap ni GMA at saka ni Garciliano, di ba? Dapat may ganun ka o kaya may whistleblower ka katulad ni Chavit Singson, no? Yung alam mo na whistleblower dahil alam mo na involved sa wetting. Inamin naman niya, di ba? Na siya ay wetting lord, etc. So kailangan mo na mga ganun para tumibay yung TN Trio. Itong mga sila Maharlika at saka sila Chong, hindi sila nakakatulong para palakasin. Lalo pa yung iba nagsususpecha. Ano ba ang gender nito mga to? Bakit ba sumasakay sila rito ngayon? No? Ito ba ay usapin lamang ng common enemy o usapin ito nung talagang nangyari last election, no? Na meron talagang dayaan. Lalo na sinasabi kasi ng PPCRB at NAMFREL, wala naman silang ebidensya na nakikita ng massive cheating. No? Yun yung sinasabi nila. So, hindi ko sinasabi na tama yung NAMPREL, PPCRB, hindi ko sinasabi na mali yung TN Trio, pero mas kinakailangan natin ng credible na mga grupo at saka ng mga tao para ma-strengthen yung sinasabi ng TN Trio, no? At tingin ko sila Maharlika at saka sila Glenn Chong ay hindi pampa-strengthen, no, nung sinasabi nila.
Do you think this reflects some sort of not only lack of judiciousness, but maybe desperation? They're just trying to pull in anyone who's willing, because clearly the Lenny camp are, medyo hands off sila dito with the whole question of the election outcome. May mga katulad natin na who are more focused, and I think Riza Ontiveros is also who are more focused on winning the next battle, learning the right lessons, wag tayo mag-obsess and mag-denialism. Because, I mean, you and I, Ronald, we're 100% for more integrity, di ba? Because hindi naman tayo 100% talaga pagdating sa election integrity. Yung vote buying pa lang, malaking problema na sa elections natin. No? Forget about just the counting. Bago pa bumoto ang tao, may dayaan na nangyari sa vote buying, di ba? So, my sense is, that's why super dapat judicious ka. It's not about number of people you can bring into your press conferences. It's about the type of people you can bring in who have a unquestionable integrity. And yun nga, si General Rio, even if he worked during the Duterte administration, we know naman this person was there because of his expertise. In fact, even during the Digong era, he raised some very serious questions about yung integrity ng infrastructure natin, critical infrastructure natin. So that's why, just because he worked during the Duterte administration, we didn't question his motive or agenda. We said, let's see what he has to offer. Pero nga, is there like a desperation sa team mo? What's going on here? Parang the judicial...
Hindi naman. Dahil itong grupo kasi ng TN Trio is like a movement eh. Diba na nagsama-sama, may kaunting mga ebidensyang nagbi-build up, nakikita nila merong dayaan, so maraming sumasama na mga tao. Hindi naman ito cadre structure katulad ng grupo mo nung college eh. Richard, na talagang very strict yung selection, recruitment, no, political education process bago maging isang full member, no. Hindi naman siya ganoon eh. Hindi naman siya political party, hindi naman siya cadre organization. It's like a movement eh. It's like a movement. So, medyo bukas sa pagpasok ng mga kahit sino na gustong sumali at may dalang dagdag. Pero yun, kahit papaano, kailangan ng minimum checks para dito sa mga pumapasok. Dahil baka yung dala nila ay hindi dagdag, baka kabawasan, no? Yun yung kaya hindi ko naman sinasabi na ito ay out of desperation, na ito ay out of weakness, pero yan yung nature kasi ng ganitong klaseng mga movement.
Kasi sinasabi because movement ito, hindi ito yung filtration, all of the, qualification mechanisms. I get what you're saying. I think that's a good qualification. It's just being pluralistic and open and all. Naintindihan ko naman saan ka galing. I think that's a very good point. I'm glad that you raised that. In fact, naalala mo, pinag-usapan din natin yung movement ni Mayor Magalong, and I heard some people saying, bakit si ganitong mayor nandun sa movement ni Magalong, di ba, anti-corruption? And I asked Mayor Magalong about this, and sabi ni Mayor Magalong, if you're gonna start a movement, tapos first day pa lang cancel culture ka na, wala talaga mangyari sa movement mo, hindi yan lalaki.
Exactly.
So you still have to build momentum. So I think your argument, I think you're being fair, and I appreciate yung intervention na gano'n na wag rin tayo masyadong dismissive or i-cancel natin yung buong movement just because they have proven open. But I think nevertheless they have to be careful about the optics, the judiciousness, etc. Because there are many people out there who want to completely dismiss anything they're saying, even if may legitimate concerns naman about the integrity of our elections. Kumbaga, our criticism comes from a position of love and care because we believe in more transparency. Pero yun lang, sa optics. Kasi political yung implication nito eh. Very high stake.
Halimbawa, kung sasabihin nila Glenn Chong, sasabihin nila Maharlika, nagsisisi kami. na pagiging DDS, Pro Duterte, na nakipag-alyado sa mga Marcoses para sila ay parehong manalo. No? Nagsisisi kami dahil ang tingin namin ay nagkaroon ng massive cheating at may meron kaming ganitong ebidensya. No? Then, pwede nating i-consider yan. Pero una, wala naman yung pagsisisi eh. Ang hirap magkaroon ng redemption kung wala yon, di ba? Yun sana yung gusto kong marinig initially, no? Ikalawa, kung sasabihin nila, may ebidensya kami, tignan natin, di ba? Tignan natin na ito ba ay katulad ng mahilig natin gawin, Richard, ito ba ay marites lang? No? Ito ba ay chismis lang? O meron naman, ito ba ay circumstantial lang? O meron talagang smoking gun? Meron talagang whistleblower? Meron talagang tape na ito ay sinabi ni Lisa Marcos o ito ay sinabi ni Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo kay Garceliano, no? Tapos afterwards biglang I am sorry, di ba? Yung gano'n, no? Pero kailangan may kaunting kwan, no? Rigor doon sa i-contribute doon sa TN Trio para hindi naman mag-suffer, no? Hindi naman mag-suffer yung dahil tingin ko trustworthy naman sila sila General Rio at saka yung kanyang mga kasama, no?
Yeah, I was following them Kaya nga bigla nung nag-live, biglang yung mga iba nandun sa attendance. Parang, wait lang, di ba DDS tong mga to? Ba't sila, parang, you know what I'm saying? Again, you're absolutely right. Marami a lot of us said many things during Digong time that could be misinterpreted. But I think all of us are clear now. We completely disagreed with him on A, B, and Z. I didn't see that with a lot of these other people. So we absolutely believe in the, road to Damascus, redemption, and all of that. But I'm not seeing any of that. I'm just seeing parang confluence of interest perhaps because ayaw nila kay BBM, ayaw din dun sa election result. But I think you're also absolutely right to say na we also have to keep in mind these are social movements. And in social movements, hindi ito pwede magkaroon ng mga interrogation, filtration mechanism, hindi ito brotherhood, di ba? Yung mga ganyan type. So maybe it's just a balancing between openness and judiciousness. Thank you very much, Secretary Llamas, for your fantastic interventions on this point. Hanggang sa susunod na Maharlika episodes, balikan natin yan. But speaking of Maharlika, pag-usapan naman natin the next episode, Formula Grand Prix Singapore.
Pero bago tayo lumipat, in fairness, pinapanood ko si Maharlika. In
fairness, di ba? Aminin.
May mga sources siya sa loob na pinagkukuhanan no? I don't necessarily agree with conclusions, no? Pero tsaka nakakatuwa yung kanyang aura, di ba? Yung aura niya. Subukan mo yun. Magsuot ka ng talagang ganung klase.
Yung aura, it's the eyeglasses. Ronald, next time.
Tingin ko value added mo yan, Richard. Kung gagayahin mo si Maharlika, no?
Yan lang.
Di ba? Tapos hinahaluan niya ng mga chismis, di ba? Ikaw pa naman, yung buhay mo, maraming chismis No? Medyo maraming juicy ako nababalitaan tungkol sa iyo Kaya maganda na sa isang show mo, pag-usapan natin yung mga chismis sa iyo. Alin yung totoo, alin yung hindi. No?
At saka yung background niya, ganda, daming paintings, parang kingmaker ni Imelda. Parang dumadaming paintings sa likod ni Madam, ha?
In between ng mga bamak, biglang meron siyang mundane na concern, no? Yung, teka, yung makeup ko, inaayos ko pa, di ba? Teka, meron, di ba? Yung, sa gitna ng balat, biglang may mga, yan.
In fairness, in-observe mo yung mga vlogger styles. Ikaw, Ronald, you have what it takes to be a super blogger. Looking forward. Ronald, speaking of that, let's go to the next episode. This is really my favorite kasi talagang I'm a Ferrari Formula 1 guy.
Yeah.
Kasama natin yan. On that note, maraming salamat.